Hey friends, welcome back to Top 5 Wacky Wednesdays. For this week, our prompt is to pick the top 5 books that are good to chill with or decompress with. I'm going to be real with you for a moment. If I want to decompress, then I'm probably not going to read. I'm probably going to watch a movie or YouTube or even a TV show. I'm either going to watch something or I'm going to listen to some music and sing at the top of my lungs until I feel better. Reading doesn't really help me decompress. I mean, it can, but it's usually kind of at the bottom of my list of things to do when I want to decompress. So I thought about telling you some books that would help me decompress, but instead I think I'm just gonna give you a list of 5 things that I've learned help me decompress, especially after like a hard day at work, because sometimes I love teaching, but sometimes teaching stresses me out. We all have those bad days, but sometimes they're just awful to the point where like I just want to quit. And think about a whole new career. It's probably not gonna happen anytime soon, at least. But, those awful days. So, when those awful days happen, because, they're bound to happen sometimes, one thing that I love to do is crank up Taylor Swift, or really country music and Tay. I know she's not really a country artist, but I will still listen to anything Tay comes out with. Yes, I like to crank those tunes and dance and sing. And at first, like, if I'm really decompressing, then at first I will not dance or sing. I'll just sit there and listen to the lyrics of the music, and I'm like, and then eventually I'm like, you know what, I like this, so I'm gonna like start dancing, start swaying a little, and then from there I'm gonna start belting it out at the top of my lungs. So that's 1. Then 2, I'm probably gonna watch something probably stupid, like something funny, maybe a comedy. Okay, a comedy or a Disney cartoon when I want to decompress. Like, I was sick a couple weeks ago, and I just laid down and slept a lot, which is good for you when you're sick. But other than sleeping, I was watching all of the Disney movies that I haven't seen yet. So cartoons, specifically Disney cartoons though. Disney or Pixar, which is kind of the same thing. Number 3 or 4, because comedy, then Disney cartoons. Although I think Disney cartoons and Pixar is first, and then comedies, and then number 4. I don't remember. Number 4. I like to scroll on social media. I don't, but I do, because sometimes that helps me decompress, and that's okay. I specifically like going through my feed and just watching the shorts. the thing is that, like, Facebook has shorts. The shorts on Facebook are all teacher related. So if I'm trying to decompress, not happening on my Facebook page. Never. Because it's all, like, tips and tricks to be a better teacher. And, I mean, some of them are skits and they're funny about teaching and things like that, which are sometimes cool. But usually, especially if I've had a real bad day at work, I don't want to think about putting grades in or about teaching at all. I just kind of want to avoid. I'm an avoider, okay? I want to avoid that. But I'll just, like, watch fails. I love watching fails or Karen videos sometimes, because those are funny. And then the last thing is, this is gonna sound real bad, so sorry, but I think the last thing I like to do to decompress is watch crime documentaries or listen to crime podcasts, like true crime. Yeah, I love that. I also like watching the Ring doorbells, like the scary ones. That helps me decompress a lot too. And listening to, like, narrations on scary stories, like Mr. Nightmare and Mr. Ballin, but he is a, like, true crime podcaster or true crime YouTuber, so his stuff is true crime. I also like to scroll Reddit, not as often, but sometimes. Also, like, Charlotte Dobre, she's funny and silly and goofy, and that's kind of what I want. If I'm gonna read to decompress, then it's gonna be something nostalgic. It's gonna probably be something that's gonna make me cry, like Where the Red Fern Grows, or, oh, that's the only one that I have that made me cry, but something nostalgic, something that brings me back to a simpler time, like The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I've read that book so many times. And sometimes, I mean, not very much, usually when I want to decompress with a book, it's usually something that I've read before, and it's a favorite, and it's something that's going to make me cry, or just something that has action, adventure. Or once in a while, it has to be scary, like Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Or, like a romance that's just gonna pick you up and lift your heart up and make you feel super duper happy for the couple in The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. That's probably my favorite Christina Lauren, but there's also Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, because Hazel is a teacher, and that's cool. And then this one's just magical, and it's The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. I don't read a lot of fantasy, but this one is magic, and that's why I love it. But I guess I just gave you a few tips and tricks to decompress, or what I do to decompress. Please don't judge me. And I did end up giving you 5 books to decompress with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here.